Are you looking to start dropshipping in 2023, but you just don't know where to start? Or maybe you've already started dropshipping before, but it didn't really turn out the way you planned it would. Regardless of what your situation is, I'm going to show you how you can go from a level 0 dropshipper all the way to having your store completely set up and even getting your first couple of sales. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and open up Shopify, of course, and assuming, since you're watching this video, you probably don't have a Shopify account yet, but into the description of the video, I will go ahead and leave a link that gives you, it's not a free trial, but it is a $1 per month trial for 3 months, I believe. So you're basically getting it for, almost free. And it is an affiliate link, so I will greatly appreciate if you use it, but it will also help you out in the long run too. I used one of these codes when I was first starting out too. So once you go ahead and get your store actually set up, there is a couple of different things we're gonna have to do in order to get things running on the back end of the website. So what we're gonna wanna do to start with is we're gonna go over to settings, and we're gonna go to, profile. Depending on if you set this up at your account start or not, you're gonna go ahead and change all these details to be fit to, whatever your information is and your billing information, and go ahead and fill in all that information that, is gonna help you run the website on the back end. And once we go ahead and do that, we're gonna go over to policies, and there are going to be a couple policies that you're going to want to include on your website just as, precautionary, things to have just in case things happen, right? There are going to be some people who want refunds. There are going to be some people who, want to contact you for a variety of reasons. Just overall, you have to put these things in your website. But the thing is, I'll leave these down in the description below so that way you can actually go ahead and, just copy and paste them right in. So I'll just go ahead and scroll over this real quick. Obviously, you're not going to put in, this information. You're going to put in your own information that you're using. Okay, so once you go ahead and do that, and once you get your payments and all the back end stuff set up, we actually have to go ahead and, of course, use our website. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. If you want to go ahead and use my template, that is, completely fine with me. I will even send you a link to it if you go ahead and DM me on Instagram or, message me on Twitter, or just drop a comment down below and I could even email it to you if you really want to. But anyways, this is what a base template of what a Shopify dropshipping store will look like. So as you can see, if we go over to customize, we have this, and I will say, this is not what we're going to be drop shipping. This is obviously not a good example. This was just to help test my friend with a clothing brand that he had, but without, this really doesn't matter. Your own product is going to go here. This template was originally for, I don't know if you've seen them before, but I'll go ahead and pull it out for you. 1 second. It is for these bad boys right here. I'm sure you've seen them on TikTok everywhere, but they're the shark slides. I do have to admit, I recently got into drop shipping about 5 months ago, and I've been able to scale up. But when I got in 5 months ago, I did not realize that these were already a dead product. So if you are drop shipping shark slides, I recommend you just do not do it. Like, seriously, switch it out, because fuck those things. But anyways, let's go ahead and I'll show you the template of the website just so that way you get a general idea, because you might not even want to copy it from, what I send you. You just might want to look at some things and go ahead and, do it on your own. But basically, this is the homepage. No one's really going to be landing on the homepage for what we're trying to do and how we're going to market it. But it is still good. Obviously you want to have a homepage, because if people go on your website and they look and they're like, what the frick, why does this guy have such like a trash website and whatever, you don't want to give them that feeling, because then they're just gonna not purchase. But as you can see, like I said, message me. I will send you this template for you. You do not have to copy it over. You don't have to do any of the work. The only thing you will have to provide is obviously your own logo, your own name, and you're gonna have to put in your own copy and paste the policies and change all your personal information, right? And this is where, obviously it's going to differ, but depending on what product you're selling, it's, gonna be different for you, of course, right? But also, we're gonna go ahead and there are some apps you're gonna wanna download in order to make sure your Shopify store is running correctly. But as you can see, if we go over to products right here, and I'm gonna actually open this in another tab just so you can see it. It's not gonna be in mobile view, which is, unfortunate, but hey, what are you gonna do about it? Over here, if we go to shop and we click on our item, you can see we can scroll through, and the one good thing that we are going to use for the apps is we can import reviews straight from Amazon. So you can see these reviews aren't actually from my own website, from my own Shopify website. I didn't have to make these. No one actually left them on my product particularly, but people on Amazon did. So the way we want to go ahead and get these reviews onto our website is by using an app. And if we go over to app embeds over here, view apps, I'm going to show you what app you're going to want to download. So depending on what you want to dropship from, you can either use CJ Dropshipping, or which, you can go in and check if your product is already there or not, because I'm assuming you've already found a product on AliExpress. But you can either use CJ Dropshipping or de-essers. These are two pretty much the main popular ones as of now. Okay, but that is not how you get the reviews. The way you want to go ahead and get the reviews is we're going to go over here. Let me go ahead and show you what we have on our website. Sorry, I got a little bit lost there, but the apps you are going to want to download is, like I said, either CJ Dropshipping or de-essers. That's just to import the product. That is not gonna be, the reviews. For the reviews, you're gonna want to do a reviews, because you can, like I said, simply just import Amazon reviews straight to your website. And that's such a great thing, because the reviews help obviously build credibility, but it also makes your website look a lot more cleaner and just a lot more established, and just, very, very nice in the end. So what we're going to want to do is, once you go over here, you'll be able to add your product from the Amazon link. When you find your item on Amazon, you just copy up here and you would paste it into over here, and, it would get imported to your website, which is, as I said, that's how you are able to see these reviews down here. Someone can theoretically write a review if they wanted to, but these reviews are obtained directly through Amazon. Like I said, no sales on my end, right? If we go over here and check on our analytics, we do not have any sales on this site. So there are not going to be any reviews, right, from, actual people who bought my drop shipped pair of slides, right? And if we go over here and check our orders, you can see I've tested an order to see if it went through, and it did. So that is, of course, good. Now, once you have gotten all this stuff, there are a couple things you're also going to want to do on the other end of it, but my description right here, I'll go ahead and I'm not going to, if you copy my template, you're obviously going to have to put in your own, description and product name and all that. But if you genuinely need some help writing a good description and good product name, I'm always happy to help if you, like I said, genuinely need some help. But yeah, and then once you go ahead and do that, obviously you are going to have to change the price depending on, what you're selling, what you're doing. But once that is all out of the way, we can go over to online store. And once we go ahead and click online store, you should be able to see that we have a couple different themes. If you're using my template, I recommend using the Dawn theme if you're, building it up. If not, I'll just send it directly to you. But, that is all completely up to you on your end. Okay, so now we have our website completely finalized, but the product isn't gonna sell itself. Now, the number one way that I typically recommend selling your product in, modern times, nowadays, we got to use the new apps that we have, which is primarily going to be TikTok, right? I would really recommend using TikTok, Instagram Reels if you can, and in my personal opinion, the most slept on way is going to be YouTube Shorts, because out of all of them, I'm not, going to recommend anything against terms of service, but YouTube is least likely to prevent you from doing things like spamming ads, like theoretically, if you wanted to, right? And you're not paying to promote it on YouTube. If you want to go ahead and do paid ads on TikTok, that works as well. So what I recommend is doing one account on TikTok that is just completely organic growth, and then do one account that is all paid ads, just so that way you can compare it to and see if you're getting better results on one end than the other. Obviously, you probably are going to see better initial success with the paid TikTok one, but over time, you might actually start seeing better results from the one that is organically grown. So I have a couple of different examples of how you might want to market something, and I'll go ahead and just play a couple different clips from TikTok of different ads, and I'll explain what you want to incorporate in your ads on TikTok. And when I say TikTok, I mean really all forms of short content, YouTube Reels, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, and just all that stuff. So just keep that in mind.
Can I wear the shark slides indoors? The answer to the question is no. The material is not built for indoor uses. However, you can wear the shark slides outdoors and indoors as well. Just make sure if you wear it indoors, you wear white socks.
Okay, so there are a couple different things you need to take away from these videos, I guess. So for one, if you're on TikTok especially, you always want to include things in the video that are just, gonna make the people comment regardless of if they like the video or not, right? Because if people leave engagement, if people engage with the video, it's gonna help your video out and hit the algorithm a lot better. Two, you don't want to always be too flashy with your product, because if you're starting a brand new account and people are starting to hate initially, people are sheep nowadays. People are just gonna, continue on with what the first person was saying, right? So you never want to start with a bad comment. I wouldn't even judge if you went on, an alt account and started leaving, random comments. They don't have to be like, oh my God, this is the best product ever, but do something that is not negative, to say the least. But also, what you're gonna want to do is, when you go ahead and promote these products, depending on what you're promoting it on, like I said, if you're promoting it on YouTube, I personally would recommend just go crazy and just upload them as many times as you can, because if people see the short on YouTube, it's not really gonna affect them too much, right? You're just trying to get one sale from these people. On TikTok, I much more recommend trying to grow a consistent, steady base of, followers, because you can easily start hitting the algorithm more efficiently. But that's why I kind of mentioned the point of having 2 accounts per social media, because one of them can kind of just be like, whatever, just spam it. And the other one can kind of be one that you're actually trying to grow as a brand. And another thing that I would mention, if you really, really want to and you have the extra budget to do, is if you're linking things like an Instagram and you're trying to grow an Instagram, you might not even have to grow it. You can buy followers for it to build a lot of social credibility, because, think about it like a brand. If you're trying to sell this stuff that you're drop shipping, people are not really going to be too in tune to wanting to buy it at first. So yeah, that's about it for today's video. I'll see you guys. Bye.